Hello everyone, Meisterang here. I'm playing Hexle, which is another game made by Punkcake, and I'll do the introduction. But basically, it's Sudoku in hexadecimal. So, yep, I'll just go through the intro. And yeah, so it's Sudoku in hexadecimal, but it also uses the binary decompositions of the hexadecimal digits. Um, yeah, so A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, and so on. And yeah, they decompose into some combination of 1, 2, 4, and 8. So yeah. Okay. Um, okay, this is normal Sudoku stuff. Um, let's just get through this part of the tutorial. All right, come on, let's keep going. Yeah, so okay, let's just start a board. But yeah, the extra rule is that every every number so 1, 2, 4, and 8 have to all be in different rows and columns in any given 4 by 4 box. And also any number that's not 1, 2, 4, or 8 has to have its factors. It has to have a factor in its row and a factor in its column. So 3 only has two factors. So it has to have one of them in the same column and one of them in the same row. Um, yeah, so in this case, um, the only number that can be in this column shared by 5, 9, and 3 is 1, because 3 is 1 plus 2, 9 is 1 plus 8, and 5 is 1 plus 4. And yeah, they only share a 1. And you can make notes of, you know, kind of Sudoku style notes of what numbers could go where. If you use a number that's not 1, 2, 4, or 8, then it just appears as a dot. Um, so F is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8, so it has no restrictions on where it can go. 0 is exempt from that rule. So 7 has three factors, 1, 2, and 4. So the row containing the 7 has to have a 1, 2, or 4, and the column has to have a 1, 2, or 4. So yeah, usually what I do is I look around for 1, 2, 4, or 8 for those numbers, and I look for numbers that only have two factors, like 3 is 1 plus 2, 6 is 2 plus 4, and so on. Just try to get as much info as possible. So here's going to be a little trick. So you see, for 3, you only have 1 and 2. Um, so yeah, 1 and 2 have to be in these spots that I've just marked, but 6 also has to have 2 in either the same row or column, which actually eliminates 2 from everywhere except the spot directly below and directly to the right. So if you have because 6 only has two factors, there's no wiggle room. It's not like 7 where it's like, oh, if there's no 2, then it's 1 and 4. So 6 only has two factors, so 6 and 3 only have two factors, and they share a factor. So it has to be within these two spots. So actually, yeah, so I know for sure that 2 is in one of these two squares. All right, what about 4? Well, 4 Yeah, 4 is in the same row or column as 6. And for 8, 8 has to be... Oh, it has to be in the bottom left because it can't be in the same row or column as 3, 6, or 7, and that rules out every square except the bottom left. Okay, there's only one remaining square that can contain 4, and that narrows down 2 and 1. Alright, so 5 has to be in this square. I don't even have to look at any other squares because it can only be at the intersection of 1 and 4, and the other intersection of 1 and 4 is taken. Okay. Any number that has 2 factors can be thought of like that. It has to be at an intersection of its 2 factors. Okay. This square cannot be 9, so the other intersection of 1 and 8 has to be 9. Okay, this one cannot be A. A is 10, which is the intersection of 2 and 8. Okay. Oh, yeah, C is 12, and that is the intersection of 8 and 4. It looks like both of them can be C. I'll just mark those for later. Okay, let's do ordinary Sudoku stuff. See how constrained the square is. 0D, 0CD, 0E, CDE. Oh, nothing can have... Okay, the only square that can have B is this one. Alright. It doesn't look like there's much I can do in these 2 squares for now. Okay, what about here? Okay, 6 and A both only have 2 factors, so let's start marking them down. Yeah, they share 2. Okay, E does contain both 4 and 8, so it's not going to mess up. It's not going to interfere with me placing numbers down. Yeah, and I guess that means 1 has to be within these 2 squares, since 6, A, and E all rule out columns 1, 3, and 4, and rows 1 and 2. Okay. Doesn't look like there's much I can do here, at least not super obviously. Okay, 9 and C are in the same row, and their only intersection is 8. So, yeah, the left square could not contain 8 because of the 8 down here, so 8 is right there. And I'll just make notes that there has to be a 1 in these squares, and there has to be a 4 in this column. And that means and nothing can be in the left column except for 2, so I guess I can mark down the 2's as well. Okay. So yeah, the beginning of these puzzles, just like marking down positive, or like, yeah, I guess positive information. Yeah, 3 and A intersect with just 2. Yeah, so 2 has to be in the same row, and then, 3 contains 1 in the column, A contains 8 in the column. And, yeah, this actually rules out, yeah, so because B does not contain 4, there's no 4 in column 4, there's no 4 in column 3 or 2, so it's just a 4 in column 1. But it can't be in row 1, it can't be in row 4, so it has to be here. Okay. There are options in the pause menu of like how much automatic calculating the game does for you. Where's auto clear? Oh, yeah. So you can, like, the game will rule out numbers for you if you have these options on, which, I mean, I don't want to have to go into every single square and manually click all these things. So, yeah, I just have the game do it for me. Alright. Yeah, 6 and 5 only have 2 factors, so I get a lot of negative information. about where they can't go. All right, 6 and 5 only intersect in 4. So we have to have 4 here, and then, yeah, 6 has 2 and 5 has 1. And then 8 just has to be in the squares that aren't intersecting anything. Oh, 8 can only be in the leftmost row. So that means none of the other binary factors, whatever you call it, can be in that column. So so I ruled out 4 in the left square, so it had to be on the right square. Okay. Well, let's just go somewhere else, I guess. Whenever you don't have good enough info to make more progress in one square, you just move on to a different one. Oh, there's no 1 in yeah, okay, cool. So okay, where could there be an 8? Okay, not in the bottom row, not in the second row, or from the bottom. Okay. Now 3 is not restricted. C is not restricted. 9 is not restricted. A could be in either of these spots. Yeah, I'm just trying to find all of the numbers with only 2 factors to see if I can very easily narrow them down anywhere, and it doesn't look like I can do that easily. Oh, but in this square, there's only one possibility for 2 now. Okay, that narrows down 8, which in turn narrows down 1. Okay, so this one's 3, which means that has to be 3. Okay, this one is not 9, which means this one is 9. Oh, C, D, C, D, E. Okay, that's E. C, D, C, D, A. Okay, cool. Okay, it looks like there's only one possibility for 2 up here now. And that narrows down everything else. Cool. Alright, so we're going to get this square cleaned up as much as we can. Okay, 3 can't be narrowed down. Oh, yeah, 9 is there. We have 5. Okay, 7 could be in any of these squares, I guess. Okay, 7, 3, and F. Okay, I can't narrow anything down here yet. So we'll go somewhere else. You can do an 8 by 8 board. This is a 16 by 16 board. But yeah, an 8 by 8 board is smaller, so it's much faster to solve. But you also don't get some of the same tactics that you would use on a normal Sudoku don't work because you don't get full negative information by solving adjacent squares. Like there's only 8 numbers in each column or each row, and you still have digits 1 through 16. So you don't get the same kind of negative information so easily. Okay, let's just narrow down everything. Okay, so we're gonna go with 4, which cannot be in row 1, cannot be in row 2, cannot be in row 4, so it has to be in row 3, but it can't be in column 1 or column 2. Okay, so it can only be in these 2 squares. Okay. Okay, 6 up here has, well, okay, let's finish with square 7. Okay, so where can 1 be? Can't be in the first row, can't be in the fourth row. It's in the second or third rows. Oh, it can't be in the third row either because 4 can only be there. Okay. Okay, so I guess only 2 gets to be in this column. That narrows down the 2 over here. Oh, in this box, 1 is only in the third column, which means it can't be in the third column in the box above. All right. 5 is there. 6 is here. What about C? Oh yeah, C can't be in the bottom intersection. It has to be in the top intersection of 4 and 8. Okay, that's only 9. 0, 7, 0, 7F, 0DF, 0D. Oh, 0, 7, D, and F are in these 4 squares. Which means, yeah, that's E. 0, 7, 0, 7F. Okay. I don't think box 7 is constrained enough for me to be able to solve it just yet. Wait, so this is, So this has to be a 3 or an F. Which means there can't be both a 3 and F in this. Oh, 3's already solved. Okay, never mind. Let's move on to box 3. Yeah. So 6 contains 2 and 4. 4 cannot be in the column because B doesn't contain 4. So it has to be 2, but 2 can't be in the top row. So it's just narrowed down to that square exactly. And 4 is here. All right, what about 1 and 8? Well, can't be 1 and 8 here on the second row or on the fourth row, so it has to be in the third row. And there can't be an 8 because 7 does not have 8 as a factor. So it's just 1 there. And then 8 has to be here because it couldn't be in row 4 or column 4 for the same reason. Okay. Now we can get 3 and 5. Okay, 3, 5, and 9. Okay, we have 6. We do not have A just yet. Wait, what? Okay, what about C? Okay, we can't quite solve this entire box, but we made a lot of progress. Okay, let's check out this box. We don't really have a lot of information here yet. But let's see what we can do. Okay, there's no 2 in this column. Okay, there could be a 1. Yeah, the D is preventing there from being a 2 in the corner and in this square here. But that's the only spot there can be a 2. There's no 2 here because of this. Oh, yeah, and then this 2, and then this D. Okay, cool. Oh, we can actually let's take a moment to work on this box where we narrowed down some factors. Okay, so the first box. All right, A has to be there. We already have 9. What about 3? Okay, 3 has to be here. We already have. Okay, we have C, A, and 9. Can we have 3? Can we get 5 and 6? All right, 5. Okay, we can't narrow down 6, but I will just like put little dots here. And when one dot disappears, I'll know that I can put down the 6. 0BF, 0D, 07F, 0DE, 0B. I don't know if there's enough I can narrow down here. Oh, hello, that's a 0. And that's an E. Okay, CDC. Oh, there's no 3. Oh, because I solved for a 3 here, that actually narrowed this down. 7F and 7F. Okay. In that case, well, okay, well, yeah, let's see. Okay, apparently, I thought I was done in the first box, but there was still a little more progress to be made. 0D, 07, 67E. Okay, I don't think there's any more things I can narrow down here. But in the second box, 4 can only be in the second row, which means 1 can't be in the second row actually, so it can only be in the first row. And let's see, A. Okay, so this has to be 6. Okay, both of these could be 5. Well, either of them, that is. Okay, what about C? Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the other space that could possibly have a C was already occupied. I clicked the wrong square when I was checking it. Okay, doesn't look like I can quite finish the second square or the third square. Is there anything useful I can do in the fourth square? Okay, well, there's the 1s. Alright. And the 2s are here. That must mean the 8s are in the bottom row. Okay, so the only thing in the second column is a 2 in this exact square. Okay. I think I want to make a little more progress somewhere else before I continue with this square. Let's look at box number 8. 2, 3. Oh, okay, so there's a 2 and a 3. Okay. So that means 1 has to be in the same column as one of these potential 3s. Wait, 3 could have been in the first square as well, because it could have been 2 on the right and then 1 below it. In this case, it's not possible because the F is blocking the square that would have to have the 1 for there to be 3 in the first square. Well, let's just see where all of the main factors can be. Okay. Okay, so these two squares have to contain 4 and 5. What's here, 0 or D? Okay, so there's a 7. There's a 1 and a 7 in this row for sure, but 0 or D is like the flex one that could be in box 3, or whatever, box 7, or box 8 in this row. The top row was the only one that was completely narrowed down, except for this box. So 2, 3, A, and E. Well, there can't be an A on this square, because there can't be an 8 in the same column. I don't feel like I'm going to make progress as quickly as I want to if I stay in this box. Let's move on. Okay, I guess 8 has to be in these two squares. Can I narrow down C at all? No. Can I narrow down A at all? Okay, A has to be here. Can I narrow down 9 at all? Yeah, it has to be there, which means 1 and 8 have to be connected in that way. Okay, CD, 0, 6. Oh, this contains 6 because this square couldn't. Okay, 0B. Oh, that. Okay, 0 and B are contained in these two squares, which means I can eliminate them from all other squares. Wait, it was 0B. Okay, so CD. Okay, 0B. That means this has to be D, because it can't be a 0, and that has to be F. Okay, 0, 1, and 7 in here. Not that that helps me enough for me to actually want to continue. Okay, what could be in here? Okay, this is also CD. 7F, 7F, CD. Oh, so 7F is in here, so let's eliminate 7. Okay. 6 CD, 4, 5, 6 CD. Okay, not going to make progress quickly enough, like I said. What about, okay, CD. Oh, that's just a D. Oh, does that? Oh, no, this wasn't, this did already had C and D solved. Okay, let's look at the bottom right again. Yeah. Yeah, I got some new info since the last time I looked here. Okay, cool. And yeah, we've narrowed down a lot in the connected boxes to this one. So wow, it's actually just solving itself. Okay, 8 and B are restricted to there. Okay. 2A and 2A. Okay, so this isn't quite solved. I'll just put 2, 2, 8, 8, and then, I don't know, if I solve something in the box above it, then, well, let's mark the other entries. If a dot disappears from here, then I'll be able to solve it as well. Okay, now what? 0B, 0B. Oh, yeah, I already narrowed that down as much as I could. Well, okay, maybe... Yeah, maybe I can solve... Yeah, cool, we solved... Well, we didn't solve this box, but we got a little more info. Okay. And that might help me over here. Okay, 6... Okay, 4, 5, 6, and D. 6D, 6D. Oh, okay. Yeah, this can only be 6 and D, this can only be 6 and D, which means those two numbers are fully constrained, so it's 4 and 5 here, which I already knew. Okay, 1, 7, and 0. Okay. 8, 9, 8, B, and C. Okay, C has to be in one of these two squares. And 9 also has to be in one of these two squares. Yeah, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, 9 has to... Wait, actually, no. Yeah. 9 cannot be in the row containing the 1s, and C cannot be in the row containing the 4s. So 9 and C have to be in the two squares above the 1 and 4. Okay. So, yeah. Which means 8 and B have to be on the edges. Okay, so there's no 8 here. 9C, 9C. Alright, 8B, 8B. B contains 1, 2, and 8. Okay. Oh, and that means A also has to be on the edges. Okay, so this is... Okay, so the middle two squares in this row are 3 and E. And the outer ones are 2 and A. 1, 7, 0... Okay. Is 7 constrained at all by this? No, because 7 could be 1 and 4, or it could be 1 and 2. Okay, D... It has to be 8 and 4, it can't be 2 and 4. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's enough to go on there. Let's move on. Okay, oh, there's no 6 on the bottom right intersection of 2 and 4, so it has to be in the top left intersection of 2 and 4. Okay, what about 5? Okay, it could be either of these. What about C? Okay, C doesn't have enough restrictions for me to care just yet. Oh, CD and CD, so yeah, that C and D were fully constrained in two squares. Yep, so now I just like kind of wander around the squares and see if there's any extra info I can get. 0A, B, 0A, B, F. Okay, 5, 7, 5, 7, F, 7E, BF. Oh, BF and BF, okay. So those two are fully constrained. Okay, 0A and 0A. Okay, 0A, B, and F are constrained. Okay, 5, 7, 5, 7. Okay, so we have 0A, we have 5, 7, and we have BF. B and F are in the top row, so they might help out over somewhere else in the top row. I guess not. 5, 7, 0A, yeah, those pairs are in different rows and columns. Okay, is there anything useful we can get in this empty box? Well, we can narrow down where the primary factors are. Okay, 4, 4, 4. All right, that could be a 4. This could be a 4. Okay, what about 8? 8, 8, 8. Yeah, so 8 has to be in this column. Great. Does this tell us anything useful? Not quite yet. Oh, this is a 3, 7, or 9. That doesn't help me yet. Oh, if this is a 3 or 5, then there's no way that this can be an 8. Can 3 be narrowed down? I mean, it looks like it's narrowed down to one of these two squares, which doesn't help us enough. Okay, what about 5? It doesn't look like 5 is particularly constrained. But what about 9? 9 could be in either of these squares. Okay, what about A? Okay, I don't know. Maybe I should just... Oh, okay, maybe 6? 6 isn't really constrained. I don't know. Let's just go somewhere else. But where? Have I looked in here recently? Oh, there's a D. We already have 5. Okay, so we have 3, 5, and 9. We do not have A or C. Okay, C is here. And... yeah, A could be in any of these 4 squares, as far as I could tell. Okay. Yeah, 3, 5, 9, A, C, and 6. Okay, where's 6? Oh, 6 has to be in this square, which means 2 is here, 8 is here. Okay, A, B, 0, A, B, E. It doesn't look like... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can continue to solve this, but I can go to the bottom because I narrowed down the prime factors, I guess. I don't know what the appropriate terminology is in this game. Okay, 07, 07E. Okay, so we have an E in these two squares. Not sure if that helps us. I don't know. Let's just go back up here. 7E, 07, 0DE, 0D. Okay. 0A, 0. Oh, right. Yeah, these were the 3 pairs. 7F. Alright. Then these are 2 pairs. Alright, well let's see if there's something useful we can do in this nearly empty box. So there could be a 1 or an 8 in here, as far as I could tell. Okay, 1, 8. Okay, so there's a 2 or 4 in here. But there's no 2 in here, so there has to be a 4. Okay. Alright, let's put a pin on that for now. Alright, what did this have to be? Okay, 3. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll just get as much info as we can and then go back to that right box. Oh, neat. 0B, 07, 07. Okay, there's nothing. Okay. Oh, that's a 7. That means this is a 5. And 0BF, 0DF. Okay. B and D look very similar. 0AB, 0BF, 0BF, 0AB, 0AB. Okay, so 0, A, B, and F are constrained on those 4 squares. Wait, what? 0, A, B, and F. Okay, yeah, so this is safe, and that's safe. Okay, we got 0, A, B, 0, A, B, 0, B, F, 0, B, F. I didn't get anything in that square. Alright. Did that give me anything? No. Alright, back to this box. Okay, where can 1 be then? 1. Oh, that's a 7. That's cool. 1. Great, and that means 2 is in here. Alright. In that case, oh, we might, yeah, let's just click on everything. We might have just like free solves. Alright. I don't think I have any other free solves. So one of these squares has a 6. One of these squares has a 3. One of these 3 squares has an A. What about 5? Where's 5? Oh, 5 can only be... yeah, it can only be in this square. Okay. Yeah, this is why I put notes. Because they get cleared and then... yeah, then I learn a lot. Okay. Yeah, when they automatically get cleared, I know I can solve something. Okay, B and 0. F and B. Oh, I can solve this too. Okay, it looks like we're about wrapped up with the puzzle. 0B, 0F, 0... oh, 0 and F are in these 2 boxes. So that's a B and that's an A. And we're not quite done in all these boxes that only have 2 entries left. Okay. But we just, yeah, that solved itself. This is going to solve itself. Let's see if this solves itself. Cool, it did. Oh, yeah, this is A. Because it was the intersection of 2 and 8, and the other intersection was occupied. 0A, okay, that's an F. Alright, now we can solve this one. We can solve this as well. And we're done. We just finished clicking everything. And we did it in 39 minutes. Yes, my first perfect weekly puzzle. Oh, so yeah, that's this game. It's Sudoku, but with hexadecimal and binary representations of hexadecimal numbers. Anyway, that's where I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.